Exactly 3 weeks since Sunland Park Racetrack and 3 nearby training facilities were put under quarantine for the equine herpes virus. Tonight I'll show you the steps being taken to stop the spread of the virus and give an exclusive look at the track's command center and isolation barn. It's a story you'll see only on ABC 7.
It's definitely new for all of us. Sunland
Park Racetrack General Manager Rick Ball has been around horses his entire life, but this is his first experience with EHV1.
This has happened at a sundry of tracks, Santa Anita, Los Al, parks in Philadelphia. There's probably been 12, 14 different tracks this has occurred at. We were fortunate for many years that we didn't get it.
But that changed on January 21st with the first positive test. A command center was quickly set up to track the barns and horses with positive tests.
It's a dormant virus that's in the horse's system. You never know when it's going to come to the surface. The industry doesn't know what triggers this virus.
They do know EHV1 preys on a horse's respiratory and neurological systems. Katie Getz is the spokeswoman for the New Mexico Livestock Board, the law enforcement agency for the New Mexico horse racing industry.
They're curious creatures. They nuzzle on everything they come into contact with, humans included. And so the primary mode of transmission, like I said, would be nasal contact, nose-to-nose contact between horses.
All the horses have their temperature taken morning and night. Those with a fever are immediately tested. A positive test means the horse's barn is put under quarantine and the horse sent to the isolation barn where it will remain until the virus runs its course. Of the more than 1,600 horses on the property, 6 have been euthanized for severe neurological problems, and a total of 62 have tested positive, or fewer than 4%.
The virus itself is behaving as viruses do, which is to say that, after the quarantine was imposed, of course we're going to see more positive cases that were sort of roiling beneath the surface prior to that quarantine, prior to that first confirmation.
Getz says she's confident Sunland Park Racetrack is doing all it can to stop the spread of the disease.
Their interest is the same as ours, and that is to return these animals to good health.
And to do that, the focus is turned from horses to humans.
Humans are not subject to this virus. It's restricted to horses, but humans can give a free lift.
You may have an exercise rider that may be working in this barn and then go over to A4 and work in that barn. If that exercise rider did not take the biohazard measures and he walked off and he'd already rubbed on the horse and then he touches another horse and they're hot, that's how easy it is to transmit. We've got so many protocols in place. Now it's basically up to the trainers. They have to keep the protocols in place. They have to sterilize their equipment.
The virus itself is easy to kill. Lysol or a bleach and water solution will do the job. And the recent run on warmer temps should also help. Worst case scenario, if the virus continues to spread, all of the horses, not just those in the isolation barn, will no longer be allowed to train. And remember, these are race horses. They want to run, and staying in a barn for days, maybe even weeks, can create new problems for those horses.
Okay, Rick, thank you.